Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and this week at SpiegelMom Scraps, we are working with this sketch that has this kind of giant circular element. And so I decided to do something a little bit different and adapt that sketch for my traveler's notebook. And so I've taken, like I usually do, a piece of cardstock and made it the exact size of the spread that I want to create. And then I'm going to use these alignment guides from Thickers, which are not entirely, meant for this purpose. But they do work perfectly for it. And I'm going to, of course, hit my head on the camera because, why would I not? And so what I'm going to do is use this circular element in my son's traveler's notebook, and I'm going to use it to create a baseball. And so I'm scrapbooking a photo of my son, and I just cut it down to 3x4 size for his traveler's notebook, and I'm using an insert from Scrapping Wonders. And this is my older son's insert. So if you've watched my videos before, you know that I have an insert for each of my kids. And that insert, each spread is a letter from me to my son or daughter, talking about some aspect of their life or their personality or something that I want them to know or remember, or my thoughts about some part of their life right now. So this one is going to be about this new club travel team baseball that my son has joined this year. And so I am poking holes all through this area on my baseball because I want to do the stitching just like would be on a typical baseball. So I've grabbed my red thread, and off the screen I've added that baseball stitching. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. I did have to be a little bit strategic in placing the thread because it does go across the two pages. So I had to make sure that I ended one piece of thread in on the edge of the left side of the spread, and then started a new one for the right side of the spread so that I don't have any weird strings hanging out anywhere. And then I just went ahead and added some black and white diagonal stripe washi tape, and I have that on that left-hand border as well as a little bit underneath my photo. And then I grabbed this baseball ephemera pack, and this is from Bella Boulevard. Some of their summer releases were the different sports collections. And some of it is much too young for this particular son, but I do have two sons that play club baseball. So a lot of this is going to go for my other son, but the words and the little baseballs and things are appropriate for both of my kids. And so I'm just pulling out a few pieces of ephemera that I want to add. And then I also have that little banner on the bottom that says, "Find yourself and be that." And that is from a Studio Calico sticker sheet that I just had left over in my stash. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on just creating some clusters here. So I'm going to have, the way I'm going to create my kind of visual triangle, I'm going to have that tab that I put up here in the top left. And then I have one embellishment cluster over the top left of my photo, and then one over the bottom right of the photo. And so that's going to kind of create that triangle. And so this is where I start to get a little bit different from the sketch. So I wanted to show you guys that you can take any kind of 12x12 sketch like this and adjust it and modify it and kind of tweak it to make it work in your traveler's notebook as well. And so I really used that background idea of that huge circle element. And then I kind of went from there as far as where the layout goes. I went ahead and added some red, like a real dark red letter sticker. And these are from Simple Stories, the Snap line. And it just says Go Snipers, which is the name of his team. And then I've gone ahead and included my letter to him in that left-hand side of the baseball. And it's just talking about the fact that he's really developed this whole new level of confidence and stepped into this leadership role on this new team, and we've been so impressed with the growth and the change in him. And then what I went ahead and did as a final detail here, I'm adding some sequins, of course, because what would a page be without your final finishing touches of sequins? And this is from one of the new collections. It's called In the New Year. And so a few of these collections are meant for the holidays or designed for holidays. But this particular one works really well for sports. So if you have a lot of sports layouts that you're going to be completing, this one is perfect because it has, red, white, clear, dark. It's not quite black. And then it has the larger gold stars and then the tiny gold stars. So it actually works really well as a sports collection. but it would also work with all of your holiday things as well. And that's going to do it for me. I'll see you again soon. Bye!